Mm. Brandon, Brennan, Brennan, Brennan. Hold on. Somebody put out. Get up. Might as well put that shit on. Come on, man. Just fucking go into the pocket there, you know? They won't even let me. Okay. Get the show on the road. Shut your mouth, all you told in the letter. I'm getting ready to go get a haircut. I got some things I gotta do in the morning. If you're gonna go get school supplies, you should try to get that shit now. If not, be way before now. Because by time August hits, that shit's gonna, these motherfuckers are gonna be like roaches. Hometown buffets coming. Not bad right now. The weather, the weather is not bad. Hey, Anthony, what am I doing? I'm gonna go get a haircut right now. First things first, I'm gonna smoke. This Billie Jean. See how this weather is here? It's fucking retarded as hell. It's my time to shine, fool. On the live stream. I had to wait for Joe just to. What the fuck is this shit? I had to wait for Joe to fucking calm down because otherwise I wouldn't be able to get right here in the garage area, the parking garage area. That's the minivan right there. This place, this motherfucker is magical. It's not a Maybach. It's not a Maybach, but it is. It does lay back. You get your Maybach. I'm just realizing that we're gonna have to fix this right here because the light from the sun, when that motherfucker comes out, it's bright. But right now, it's on that side, and then once it reaches the middle, that's when it starts getting hotter and hotter. But right now, it's not that bad. Right now, it's not that bad. Not that bad, he says. I gotta clean up this motherfucker real quick. This Billie Jean. Stupid Billie Jean. These kids really make me mad when they do shit like this. We're- Bang! It took me a while to well, for starters, what's going on? I said it took me a while to the only thing I like this phone a lot. It's cool and shit. It's fast, everything's good. Camera's good. I like it. But the problem that I have, it's not StreamYard friendly. Like it's cool. It could be on StreamYard. I could do other things while I'm on here. But it won't let me charge the phone. It won't let me charge the phone. I'm on StreamYard. I have another device I can easily use, and that's cool. But this phone is good only to a point, which is still better than the other phone. But just that point, that's the only thing is the StreamYard. But I gotta go get a haircut. And a lot of you guys are like, your hair's already short. It is short, but still I gotta skin it up, make it look real nice. I just wanted to smoke real quick before I go. LL, nobody was really live right now. Burns burned out pretty fast. Joe ended his shit. I guess he has to go take a nap. And Fox is probably barely waking up. There's not one person that was live, so I said this probably be the best time to go live for the moment, you know. What's going on, Roscoe? Roscoe, I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. You haven't said anything about the whole fantasy league. You didn't say if we were gonna do it again with this fantasy league that we did last year. Um, I thought this year was gonna be a I thought this year was gonna be what was I gonna say? I thought that this year was gonna be the year that you were gonna do it again. LL's having he's having his fantasy league. I would okay, so we're still so your brothers and all them we're all still gonna be involved with it. That's cool. If everybody's coming back, then that's gonna be really cool. Um it's gonna be really cool. I might do both of you guys' fantasy league. The only reason why I don't like I'm a little I don't know for not sure about LL's fantasy league is because his fantasy league it never can finish the proper way. I if he's gonna have people in that fantasy league, he's gonna have to be cool with these people. Like they can't be somebody that he's cool with, and then later, like he has some like hidden agenda where he's gonna fuck us all over because of this one person. You know what I mean? Like I want it to be a legit situation where we can just have a good time and not feel like he's up to something at the end of the damn fantasy. And if he offers anything were to the winner, then that's different. But as far as your fantasy league goes, I mean, yours was legit for me just because was participant in it. I know you said your one of your brothers had a situation, which is fine because he still set up his line and still made it competitive, and that was cool. Um, but I'm willing to do both. It's just I need him to like explain to me, just be straight up with me and tell me that he's not gonna do what he did last year. Because if he does what he did last year, it's just gonna suck. Because I can only imagine if I'm over there and like he has certain people in there, like, and we're taking it real serious, everything's good, and then out of nowhere he pulls some crazy ass shit where he pulls this thing where like, oh, I'm mad at this person and I wanted this person to get his hopes up, and once he got his hopes up, I pulled the rug out, and which ruined the whole fantasy league. Regardless, there's no such thing as a monkey see, monkey do when it comes to this shit. Just because Joe did what he did doesn't mean we have to be the same. Everybody doesn't have to be the same. Um, Hold on, I wanted to say something because I seen that Nookie popped up. Oh, Pickaboo. Oh yeah, Nookie. I don't. I don't really have like a real issue with you. I really don't. Like why I attacked you that day on Burns was because Redzy tries to act like she's somebody's fucking mom or big sister, where she could try to tell me what to do and shit. And that just makes me want to attack a person even more. I have my little issue with I have a my little issue with Red Z right now, but it's not so to the point where I'm gonna like try to start some drama or anything like that. I just it's my personal issue. I guess you could say that eventually it will fade away, but it just something I took personal, and I looked at it like, you know, I just sometimes I look at things where we are a certain group of people at a certain age where we should have a little bit of respect and loyalty for. Not loyalty as in she does whatever I tell her and it's because out of loyalty she does it, but it's just when people are sitting there saying that I don't have custody of my kids when I've shown and proved to certain people that I do, you would think other people would speak up and say, you know what, I can vouch and say, hey, he does. And when you sit there and you don't do nothing, it makes people think like, oh, I have a certain lifestyle that I live, and my kids and we're always together on my days off. We're always doing something. I'll just say this: I pay for everything. My mom doesn't pay for shit. I pay for everything. I pay for every single thing that they do, everything that they wear, everything that they eat. I pay for everything. I take care of them by myself. And I have to order for me to do these things, I have to make sacrifices for certain, things. And it's just it's all there in paper, it's all in black and white. I just figured, you know, from a parent to a parent, she would be considerate and be like, you know what, you're wrong. I know he has custody of his kids. Even if, I mean, just to sit there and do nothing, it's just as bad as the person but at the same time, I might be a little dramatic about the situation where it shouldn't be that serious. It shouldn't be. But I have a bad temper, and I've learned how to control it enough. Um, but I need probably to control it a little bit more better. But I don't, like I said, I only like how I attack people. It goes based off of what I assume a person likes. A lot of people like you guys. A lot of these nerdy ass dudes fucking worship the ground that you guys walk on. If you guys were to use the restroom and you did it in a bag, they would want that, and they would take, even if it's shit and it's nasty shit, they still would want that. They want everything from you guys. You throw up, your piss. Like these guys are a bunch of nerdy ass fools that just are too afraid to talk to girls, and this is the best place for them. So it's just, I get that. I have to understand that females love, not that every female loves attention regardless. Every female wants to feel beautiful, they want to feel praise. It's just in their nature. It's what they do, it's how they are. And I don't understand that. I feel like it should matter more with certain people in your life to make you feel that way. That was my issue with someone before. My issue was, I think that my opinion about how you look should matter more than a stranger or some weirdo on here. That's just how I look at it. And the fact that it's like quantity over quality, how to explain it? It's like someone in your life says you're beautiful, says you're pretty, they love you, they care about you. But it's not enough that that person says that and feels that. You feel like you want more. You want people that you don't even know what they look like. You want people that you never will ever meet, never had a conversation with over the phone or face to face. You want that attention, and you want these people, and it makes you feel good. But it shouldn't. It should matter, and it should make you feel even better that somebody that you know personally says that. And sometimes people on here don't, they don't feel that way. They want more. And I try to be understanding to it, but when you start to believe, because of all these fucking people praising you, you start to believe that you're like greater than God. It's kind of fucking crazy, but like you actually like play yourself. Like you actually believe that you are more than. and it's like, let me, if you know, when it comes down to looks and when it comes down to all that good stuff, there's a lot of trust and believe. There is a, like, when it comes to looks, there's girls that are just out of this world, just fucking beautiful as hell. Like, they're just, but I know a few of these girls, and I know how they are. I know how they carry themselves. Even at my job, they have this thing with all the dudes will be like, "Who's the best?" They have the best looking girl, and there is like 3 or 4 girls that are just, they're great, but I know them. I know how they are. I pay attention. I could be working somewhere, they could be working it right here, and I listen to them talk. The attitude, the way their for the character is, it's just so fucking like petty, shitty. I just see through all that shit. And some of these fools, they don't. Some of these fools don't care how mean a girl is, how shitty she is, how petty, how fucking miserable her fucking ass is. They don't care as long as she's nice to them. When they're nice, being nice to a person is not even genuine. It's just because they want something and they know they can easily get it from this person compared to getting it from me. I see them for who they are, and they can't get shit from me. They don't get a good morning. They don't get a hello. They don't get a hug. They don't get me to do things for them. They don't get me at my beck and call. Like I need Starbucks. No, I don't do all that shit, man. Fuck, what are you doing for me? It's like I'm just. That's why it's like I don't know. It's just how it is. But you guys, like I said, I shouldn't even really put my 2 cents into, like, if you girls want to feel loved and appreciated and this is the way you need to get it, then I'm not going to stand in the way of it. You know what I mean? Like, but understand there's a difference between there's no difference. There is no difference between what you guys do and what Nikki does. Nikki is just loud. It's like music. You turn your music up, it's pretty loud, right? But some people turn the music down and it's real low. But it's the same thing. It's the same lyrics. You guys do the same shit. You guys have your little slutty times, and it's just some are louder than others. But it's still the same. What makes her unattractive is how loud she is and how nasty and dirty she could be. But if you've ever seen everybody's complimented her and said, "Oh, she's a pretty girl. She's a pretty girl." But the problem with that is the way she carries herself. It makes her ugly because of that. But she's so loud that it covers up, what is the frequency? I'm probably not saying it right, but it covers up what you guys are. I try to teach this to a lot of the girls I know that I fuck with offline here. I try to explain this to them. Maybe a few get it. Like Betty, I don't really have to explain this to her. I just I just wish that she would not let it get to her where it's like, who cares? Like, look who's talking shit about you. And like, if for an example, I hate to bring this up, but you got Lydia. Lydia don't like Betty. Betty don't like Lydia. But if you were to compare looks, Lydia can't compete. If you were to compare personality, Lydia can't compete. Lydia could have a good personality, but she's just chooses to have a shitty one. But she's not. I don't think Lydia is a bad person. I think she just wants to be one, and she's real nosy. Betty can give a damn about it though, man. That's why I like Betty and like certain these girls. Like they just and that's the thing that pisses a lot of these nerdy dudes off is that they think, oh, well, you're not a very attractive guy. You know, you're Mexican, so that instantly makes you dirty. And it's like, I never said I was Prince Charming. I never said I was the best looking guy here. I never said that, but I carry myself pretty high. I speak loud. I carry myself with confidence. I don't have. I didn't. There's one thing you can't say is I don't have confidence in myself. I do have a lot of confidence in myself. Um, my only issue is just I have a bad temper, and I could be a fucking asshole. I lost a lot of good friends because of me being an asshole and having a bad temper. But my temper is being worked on every day. And as far as being an asshole goes, um, and as far as losing weight goes, I figured I work hard, I keep my weight contained, eat what I want still, but not what everything I want. Drink soda here and there, but not drink it every fucking second. This is Fresno. It's gonna be 105 degrees today. This will be the first and last soda I drink today. Because after this soda, I'm gonna drink water like all fucking day. I gotta help my kid's mom do something today where it's just fucking gonna be hot as a motherfucker. And just get it done quickly and just that's it. Today is my day off. Uh, but anyways, Nookie, I'm gonna leave you alone when it comes to talking shit. I see that you don't even try to talk shit back to me and that you're not trying to do anything like that. So I'm not gonna continue to keep pressing you or anything like that. I talk a lot of shit, but most of it I do it just to get under certain people's skins. To be honest, I was trying to get under Redzy's skin, but in a way where she wouldn't acknowledge it enough to where she had to attack me back. I say this comfortably now because I said I was gonna stop. So there's no reason for her to continue or to start it up. But she did piss me off. And before I say anything else, I want to make this clear just because somebody keeps trying to like bring it to my attention and I've already explained this. I consider her like a little cousin and I don't see her in any way when it comes to sexual anything like that. Um I'm aware that she told people that she is with her kid's father, but I was aware of all that months ago because she told me herself. We had a conversation and she told me. I told her how I felt about it, which was not negative. It was good. If it mattered, if it worth anything, I said, I'm not saying she had my blessing, but I said I hope everything works out. Because one of the things that I even told Casey and anybody that it has kids with a dude, I want the parents to work stuff out for the kids. My situation's different. I tried and it can't work out that way. It can't because my kid's mom it just I couldn't be able to have anything if I was with her again. The sex is whatever, but it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. I can go get another fucking girl with big titties if I wanted to, but it's just not she's just not worth risking or losing everything that I have, you know. She has a lot of shit she needs to work on. Yeah, she can cook good and she's not ugly and shit, but still. It's just so much issues there. But I'm happy to be a friend of hers and help her out. I don't mind doing any of that. And it's not just for the kids. It's because I like helping her. Um but I always root for the parents to be together. It's just how I am, and I never try to get in between. There's been times when I was younger that I would thought it was a game to fuck around with girls that had dudes, and that the cheating was like a I don't know. It's fun, but if a girl straight up told me she wanted to work it out with her kid's father because for the kid, then I would back off. Like if Casey told me at the time, if she told me she wanted to work things out with her kid's father, I would back off. I wouldn't even consider it. Sometimes when you're at this age, you it's hard because a lot of the girls that you're going to be interested in or I'm going to be interested in, they're going to have kids, they're going to have a situation. They might not even tell me their situations. They'll try to keep it a secret. That's why now I don't even care about dating. I tried it with this one girl and things were cool, had fun, but I just couldn't keep up. Like with the drinking, like I couldn't just I just couldn't keep up with that. I could drink, but I can't drink like that. Fucking I got drunk in a long time and it wasn't my fun time. It was like, oh my god, I hate feeling like that. And I just said, damn, I can't this is what it's gonna be like being with someone like this. I was like, I'm not gonna want this shit. I don't and the girl, she's not ugly. She's a pretty girl, really pretty girl. People on here have seen her. They've seen pictures of us together. She's a pretty girl, but it's just sometimes shit just you need to sometimes you just gotta wait. Be patient. I'm patient enough to wait though. I'm not really in any rush. Right now I'm just working and just being about the kids and that's it. My time my time will come when it's the right time when I'm ready and when I feel like when I'm ready is when I have my anger under control that way I would like to have it and get my health back in track. My health is already little by little on track. I need to lose the weight. I don't eat like I used to, and I did lose the weight, but just a little bit. Not like magic. I did notice that I look a lot older though because of the white hairs. I'm gonna start smoking this shit. I'm about to get the show on the road. I had to switch over to my data because I'm about to leave pretty soon. Like I said, Roscoe, I'm down. I'm 100% down to do this league shit again. I'm gonna when I get a chance, I'll talk to LL and see um what he's trying to do. What's going on, Seneca? I mean, I could make it easy for myself when it comes to this dating shit. Maybe just date somebody that has it. See, that's what I never wanted. I didn't want to date somebody that has it made for themselves already and then just claim onto it. Just get involved. Like they like say if a girl has her own place, nice place, has a good job and drives a nice car, like that could be easy, but it's just I kind of like to earn and work for my own shit. It'd be does it make me look to move in with somebody rather than us moving together? I could make it easy like that for myself, but I don't want to claim somebody else's success. And then one day I'm live and I'm in there. That girl though, she had her own place and she has a good job and has a nice car. That's why I think probably one of the reasons why I kind of pushed away. Should even better though. This cat, this cat really loves me the shit out of me. She just sits there. I don't even know his real name. I know it's a boy though for sure. His I call him Anthony. There's Anthony. He's a gray cat. He has these robot type of alien eyes. He comes up to me because he can smell the other cats on me from my mom's house. And then there's him, and then there's this other boy cat. He's black, but he has white fur like on his chin and shit. So it kind of looks like a goatee kind of. I want to call him Eddie, but I don't know. Might he look like more of a Charlie? The rest of the cats that come over here, they don't stay that long. They just come here and they leave. These two cats are always the ones that's here, especially you. Come here, fool. You. He's coming, but he's taking his fucking time. This shit's strong. I only need to smoke half of this shit. Ooh, shit. That shit burns. Fuck. Trying to put it out. Something's telling me just finish it because it's only a little bit. I gotta go make a stop and draw out some money. I'm gonna get a haircut, and I know this is gonna be fucking. I don't give a fuck. I could beat up most of these fools that fucking would clip me anyways. Um, this fucking girl I work with, she's like, "You used to do your eyebrows," and I said, "Yeah, I used to." He's like, "I can tell because they look like that you haven't done them." I was like, "No, I was waiting for them to grow more so that way." Because if you get your own like little shaver and you clean them up yourself, it's not good. They say because it grows back differently, or it's just better that you wax them because when you wax them, it lasts longer. Supposed to be healthier and better for you to do wax. Because it pulls out from the root and all that good shit. I don't know why it's healthier for you. I forgot why. I don't even think it's healthy. Oh, I forgot about you, the black dirty cat. I'm gonna call you Carlos. Carlos, Eddie, and Anthony. There you go. I would show you guys, but this fucking house has literally the address fucking numbers on two different sides of this wall. I don't know why they put one right there and one right there. I don't even care if you guys find this place. What are you guys gonna do? I just gotta go draw out money, and then I was gonna go to one of those places and just fucking get them done, fool. I've been doing that shit though, the eyebrow thing. I've been doing that shit since I was like a freshman in high school. When I was young, my eyebrows used to be like really thick, fucking real thick ass motherfucker eyebrows. And they were just thick. They were thick and they whatever. And it's all it's always a girl I was with. Like we would always hang out. Like just she would, I would like, I'd be tired, and I would like. It started off where I would lay down on the bench because I would either be sick or tired. So I think one day, I think maybe I was sick or something, and she just said, "Let me see your eyebrows," and she got her fucking tweezer and she says, "Let me do your eyebrows." And I'm like, no. So I just let her anyways the first couple of times just to see if it would hurt. So she did, like when she do it, my first time ever doing it, and I'm like, no, it hurts the way you do it. She's like, well, there's a different way you could do it. You can wax them. I was like, well, why do I have to do this? And then I guess because where I'm from San Jose, California, and we were on the east side over there. I was in Evergreen Valley High School, and we were a lot of the motherfuckers I knew, like even my cousin, older cousin, they were all getting their eyebrows done. This is some real shit right here. I mean, we play football, right? We play football. Some of these fools were on the swim team, soccer, whatever. So like, there was like a thing to get your eyebrows done if you're like a jock, fucking whatever you are, like somebody popular. It was like the metrosexual shit was just that shit where like these motherfuckers like to get shit done. Not no fucking see Aiden Anon likes to get manicures and pedicures, and that shit to me is gay. I know a lot of them think that the eyebrow thing is what but it's just something that they did. So a lot of us just got used to it. Not only that though, when we played football, and like we would they motherfuckers would shave their motherfucker legs. And I ain't gonna lie, like it was just because we had the muscle on our fucking leg, so it was just something cool to show off, I guess. I don't know. It's just how I can't explain why it was a good thing to do. It's just most of the people I knew did that shit, and fucking I started doing it, and then fucking nobody would say nothing. Nobody gave me a hard time about it. The only time people's ever given me a hard time about any of this shit was when I came on here. And a lot of you guys are not from over here, so a lot of you guys, it's like a lot of things that you guys do on the East Coast, it trips me the fuck out. The way you guys talk, like that girl, what's her name, Portuguese Queen. I noticed if she calls herself Portuguese, she has to be definitely older. She's probably over 40 something, maybe 42. But this bitch, like she came, I'm pretty sure she's like one of them dark Portuguese. But she fucking she came on here and just started talking like it sounds like she's talking black but different. Cause where I'm from, people don't talk like that over here. We talk like this. We talk nice and cool, nice and smooth and shit. And a lot of the people from that side of the fence, you guys talk like you guys like if your voices is fighting. Like you motherfuckers talk like you rowdy and all crazy, don't got no sense. Fucking talking like you guys, and then they make fun of the way I speak and shit. I said, man, what about these motherfuckers though? I was like, well, we can understand them. We can't understand that because I talk smooth as shit, but sometimes like when I'm sitting saying certain things, a lot of the slang that I grew up with sometimes still like fucks with the way I speak. So like to talk all clear, these motherfuckers like act like they're like somebody I'm supposed to be impressing. It's like the more that they have done it when I was first here, I just kept going and just not caring. Before I would watch what I would say, I would talk slower to say things properly, But then, like, I think Camel Toes, or I forgot who. Yeah, it had to be Camel Toes and Gambler for sure. They would always like try to correct me, try to like make me feel like I like, oh, you're like their way was better. I don't know. So I just said, you know what? The more that they do this, the more I'm gonna fucking not care about it. So I just started fucking just speaking the normal, and I just left it alone. And I made like it don't matter. Like these people, they don't know how to like come at me when it comes to like talking shit. Like the way most of them first, the ones in the front of the line and shit. These fucking people, a lot of them, it's like I don't know, it turned into like a big old trend. Like these fuckers been doing it for years now, where every little word that they fit, they have to like sit there and wait. And they felt, oh, he can't say that word properly. Okay, now we got a new word to use. Like, like for example, I think one of the things that they hated the most from me was I was saying something about the library, and I would say library, like the berry, library, and they would get so mad. Everybody would get so mad. I fucking just said, I'm gonna keep on saying it like this. I'm gonna keep on saying it like this. I'm about to leave right now, anyways. I don't want you guys to see the owner because you guys make fun of everybody. But anyways, damn, see, this shit's strong. Sometimes I have to like sit there and be like, you know what? Maybe I did a little too much. But I only see the thing is I only smoked like half of a joint. But going back to what I was saying, yeah, like that word library. Like me, I know that I'm not saying it right. I've been knowing that. But what makes me say it this way is because you have to, like I said, these people, like, they get so fucking irritated. Like, they be like that shit really gets them mad that I can't well, it's not that I can't. I could say it the way that they say it and all that, but I don't know, I just find it easier to say it that way. And, it's funny. I don't know. I think I just find it funny. I do find it like really funny that they do like the whole correcting me. It used to upset me because I always just thought it was their way to shut me down from not talking, over talking them or talking shit. I thought like, okay, I'm talking shit to this motherfucker, but rather than hear what I have to say or hear why, like a lot of the good shit I would say, there would be a time like even with like Mets and me would go up and we would fight. Mets would be, talk shit about me, say some funny things. But I literally would say some things and I'll go into this whole story about it. But right when I'm hitting them with the good joke, um, right when I'm hitting him with the good joke, he stops me and he tells me, "Oh, you didn't." He tries to correct something that I said during going to the joke. And I realized from that point, from not just from that point too, there was other people that have done that, but A-Bomb would do it. Camel Toes definitely always used to do it. But every time when I would hit a good joke with them or I would say something where I'm clowning them, they turn around and it's like, hold on, let's just go right here and let's correct what he said because he can't just hit us with a joke and then we go in and just say certain words like that. We got to correct it first. I was like, what the fuck? So he used to make me mad, but then it's like now I'm feeling like a lot of the stuff I would say purposely, it's like they go out their way now, and then they have to keep going out their way to correct it. But because I will never clean it up like I used to clean it up. Because I don't clean it up and I speak the way I want, it's just constantly make them it's like a whole fucking situation. It's like a whole like I think Burns right now, this is like his whole next segment. Like I'm helping him right now with these segments and they're just sitting there. It's like, it's just you have to. It's funny to me. I ain't gonna lie. Like I sit there and think, can you imagine like these fuckers just like getting so close to their phone or to their laptop, and they're just like, "What did he say? Let me hear it. Oh, he said this wrong." It's like you're like going through all this trouble just to figure it out, and it matters. It's just crazy. It matters so much to them how how I speak. Like it really matters to them. Like it like their whole day doesn't because it their whole day doesn't get complete if I can't fix it. So they get I don't know. It's like I look at it like they're upset that I can't talk like them. But the thing is you guys are all trying to be similar to each other. You guys all try to act the. It's like I would rather they said this thing one time with voices and like I think Dr. Dre. I was listening to not an interview. I don't know. It was like I think it was like attached to like a documentary or something, and he was explaining like how he chooses his rappers, and he says, with Snoop, you could tell it's Snoop when you don't have to look at the camera, you can just hear his voice, and it's him. Eminem, a lot of people have their own voice where they have their own way where it separates them from all the other rappers. So like when it comes to this situation here, well for one, I have to say this. I'm not getting graded for how I speak. I'm not, when trying to win no prizes. I'm I'm not trying to impress like I'm not trying to make anybody think I'm something I'm not. I'm gonna always be myself and just keep speaking the way that I choose to speak. And it's like one way or another, either you gonna give in or I'm gonna give in. And you're gonna accept me for who I am finally and let me be me and just accept it. Because it's not like you can't understand what I'm saying. You do, but it's ignorant on your behalf. Like it comes off like very needy, like for me, like from you guys. Like you guys are real needy about the attention. It's like you can't make up a good joke. You can't talk shit being your own self. You have to use other people's shit. And like when I talk shit about Nikki, and I was, playing with her. But when I did talk shit about Nikki, when I did talk shit about Nikki, I didn't do it in a way where I was copying what Red Z says or other people say. Anybody can call her a fat ass. Anybody can call her a pig. Anybody can call her a whore and say all these things. But I used I used the way I speak and I turned it into talking shit with her. And I think that's when that people are very biased of how, they pick and choose, like who to hate, who not to hate. I talk a gang of shit the same way to someone else, and you guys will be pointing your fingers. Like it's you. Let's just think about this. We're gonna put both of them together now. Or we're just gonna do this because we have to. I don't really want to because I feel like she's gonna try to talk shit. She's gonna Redzi is in the business of always taking things the wrong way. So I have to explain this to her. She ready to bite you first before she fucking thinking about, oh, he's just giving me a treat. You know? I'm getting laughters and I'm making points. So let me explain. I could sit there, right, with Nikki and I could talk a lot of shit about her as a joke. And the whole thing about her having what's that shit called? She had Bassanoris or fucking Tregus. So she had that whole situation happen when she went to Jersey and vaginosis, I think is what it's called. Am I saying it right? Probably not. But when I heard the Baginorsis, I said, okay, well, I just went along and just started saying, man, you got Trezosaurus, T Rexosaurus, fucking. Fuck, dude, it sucks because I'm high, like fully high right now, so um, I can't like think of all the shit I said when I was there, but I basically named all the type of dinosaurs. You got a Pterodactylosaurus, you got a fucking a Pegasaurus, a Degosaurus, fucking fucking Episaur. I just went on and on, and I said, "You got that disease. You got a fucking Vegosaurus." I said, "Yeah, Vegosaurus," and I said, "You got that disease. You got a PX." Fuck, I hate the fact that I know what the word is in my head, and I know I can say it because I can hear it being said in my head, but for some reason I can't. I have to slow it down and say it. But I said it fast the last time because I didn't think about it. When I was just going at it, I didn't think about it. Oh, I don't know if I could say the word right. I just said it and I said it right. But this time I'm thinking about it and I'm like, maybe I can't say the word right properly. But prehistoric prehistoric. She has that disease that was all the way in the prehistoric times. I know I didn't say that right, but still. And it was funny. All of my stupid words that didn't make sense, all the words that he's not saying it right. All of that shit was so funny to most people that heard it. And they laugh because even though I'm not saying the word of what it is right, the fact that it's Nikki and and the disease is really nasty, a dinosaur is really nasty, it's scary, and it's vicious. The disease is scary and vicious. It's it's like it's a fucking mean nasty pussy. And it's as similar as a dinosaur. It's a mean, except that's a pussy and that's a motherfucker. He's gonna kill you. This is gonna kill you probably. So with me going at her about that, it's funny. Now, let's just say Red Z had a situation like that, and I start talking shit about her Vegosaurus. Before I could even get to Vegosaurus, you guys are going to correct me that I couldn't even say the word right. You guys are going to stop me from telling my jokes, and you're going to correct my words now because it's Red Z Mac. And how I know that's true? Because it's been done before. You didn't stop me and correct me when it came to Nikki, but you will stop and correct me when it comes to Red Z Mac. That's where you turned her into, and this is sad for the nerds, but you nerds, you ought to be revenging yourself instead of revenging us because you motherfuckers make yourselves look like punk bitches when you do that. You got to learn to just, if something's funny to you, just laugh. But you won't because you don't want to come off as laughing at your princess. Your Zelda. Your fucking you guys are very like she's your Princess Peach. And it's like you guys come off like maybe one day she'll look at me and she, even though she don't know what I look like, even though she loves my fucking account name, even though she flirts back with my account name, she's still flirting with me. Even though she don't know what I look like. But maybe one day I'll be brave enough to show myself to her. And with all the time we spent in the chat and in Discord, maybe one day she will say, you know what? Even though you look funny looking and you have a face, even a mom has to put a mask over both of your guys' face to love. I like you, and I think I can learn to love your face or your nerdiness or how you are. Most of you fools are old as fuck. But the thing is, you guys have that hope, and she gives you that hope. You guys do too much. You guys need to just like I get that she's your friend, but you guys got to learn to be fair. You guys can't put this girl on a pedestal. She's only one person. When it comes to this real life shit, if you're a Christian, Catholic, you know who's number one. And you can't treat somebody that's just a human, that is just a regular person. You can't treat them as number one when you know who number one should be. And it comes off like that. It really does. Got people making accounts of her, praising her like she fucking was the one that freed the slaves, one that like Jesus Christ, dude, this girl literally can care less about anybody, any of you guys. She literally has a whole she went back with her kid's father, and you guys still believe that you have hope to actually get that, you know? But you guys need to wake up. You guys need to fucking just this is a big world. I know it takes time for a pretty girl to come on to YouTube and come here and find you guys. It takes time. Every now and then you might get somebody, but it takes time. But if you just walk out that door, if you just go to the store, if you go to the mall, if you go anywhere, there's a plenty of tons of them right there in front of your face. When a girl likes you, you just play yourself when you play. Oh, maybe she don't. No, you see a girl look at you, and she ain't looking at you like you're the last shit somebody else took. No, you say what's up. You say hello. You talk to them. You introduce yourself. Make a joke. Make her laugh. That's the one thing I always do. I make them laugh. I make them laugh. I make them feel like they could. I know this sounds so fucked up me to say this because it comes off fucking wrong, but I make them trust me, that they know, okay, this is a cool guy. And I in reality, it's always like that. I always start off as a good guy, everything's cool, but then shit happens. Like I care too much. I care too much to the point where I see the person's value and for what it is. And I care too much. I want them to fucking treat and respect themselves, have respect for themselves more than what they say they do. I want better. If it's all this is that type of movie where after watching it 10 years later, you realize the bad guy was never really the bad guy. The bad guy was actually the good guy. It's just you didn't know that because I come off so strong and I'm so mean, and in reality I was just trying to help them, and it came off like I was like the devil. And unfortunately, I let my trauma and my issues fucking make bad decisions and hurt them. But it's just it just comes off, that's just why we work so hard to make sure these things don't happen anymore. You guys don't realize this, but I've been working really hard to like not be like the way I am. I made I'm still struggling. I'm not perfect, but I'm doing, but I'm not like giving up trying to be a good person. That's something I can't give up. I still want to be a good person. It's a person of long life living of just being fucked up and a piece of shit is now trying to just change it, but it's still like it's a work in progress. I'm, you know, when I'm mean to Nikki, I'm not mean to her because I don't like her. I'm mean to Nikki because Nikki could do so much more with her life, and she chooses to entertain you guys. It's like she loves that shit more than fucking being a lady. She could be classy. She can have self respect for herself. but she chooses to impress you guys, and she thinks she is, but she, I'm not mean to these people because I hate these people. I'm mean to them because I just like, you know, I just think that they could do way better and they don't. They choose to do this thing. Look at Lexi Lou. Lexi Lou, when I met her, came off as a respectable lady that I thought that I don't know had control of her, had more control than what I thought she does. To sit and make mistakes like the way she has with calling Joe, getting herself doxxed like that, you've literally done so much to like protect yourself just to make a mistake like that. And you made it with Joe. And you thought I was bad. I'm bad, but I only fucked over people that fucking hurt me in a way, and that he's the same way, actually thinking about it, because if you can hurt his feelings way worse than mine. Me, I can let shit go now and I can move on. You guys are the ones, and you guys think by bringing people up and keep on bringing people up to me that it's going to hurt me. It's not. I'm over this situation. I'm over a lot of things. I don't like I care about the people, but I don't spend my life taking a stop and worrying about them every no, I have to move on. I have kids that are growing up. They're not getting any younger. I'm not getting any younger. I got to fucking take advantage of this time now. And I'm not speaking from my ass because my actions, the ones that know, they know my actions, and my actions are speaking very loud. I may not have a lot of money. I may not be able to do a lot of traveling and visiting the world, going to Mexico, going on cruises. I may not be able to do any of those things. And to me personally, growing up the way I did, I don't really feel like I'm missing anything. I kind of just don't really I'm not like I get impressed by things, but the things that impress me is when I see my kids experiencing something new, when they're seeing something for the first time, or when they are at a place for the like going places, But I like seeing them experience stuff. I don't feel like I need to experience anything. I don't care to do none of the things that people are doing, but I'm just saying that it's possible. But at the same time, I don't I would right now prefer just to take care of the kids and give them everything that they need first and want. At least not everything they want, but what's reasonable. Like that I can afford to do all these things for a reason because I'm making sacrifices. I just tell myself I don't care about seeing the world. I don't care if I ever go to the East Coast. I don't care if I go on. I don't really think I would ever go on a cruise because like I said, I'm afraid of heights and I'm also afraid of the ocean. That fucks up me going on a plane and that fucks up me going on an ocean. But it's just how I am. I'm trying to get my anxiety, my shit under control, so like I said, it's just focused on that. I'm hella high right now, for hella. I'm trying to keep my words together and fucking stick, but Senegal, you get it though. I seen you right. This is actually true. Yeah, it is true. If you actually I know a lot of you motherfuckers like to believe you guys are the smartest person in the room, but if you guys are listening, why not switch them and switch them? Like, let's say Red Z is everything Nikki is. 4 kids, fathers, everything. The acting, everything. Let's just say all of everything that she does is all like that. Everything Nikki does now, Red Z is doing all right now. And then Nikki is doing what Red Z is doing, working, only one kid, doing what she's supposed to do. If they were like how they represent each other, because I'll be honest with you, Rezzy's a cool chick and everything, but from one person that is a shitty person to another, to anybody that matters, she's not a good person. She's a good mom. She's a cool ass chick. Like I said, don't get me wrong, but she's not a good person. That's just me being honest. I'll never say she's a bad mom. I would never say, that she's like a shitty daughter, brother, sister, or whatever. I would just say, like the stuff that I've witnessed, the length that she was willing to go, little things, a good person would just ignore and not stoop down so low. When you stoop down low as the person that you don't like, that doesn't make you better. It doesn't make you still better than the person. You were better than the person. You were. But when you chose to get down and dirty, you got down and dirty. And the dirt doesn't come off like magic. It's the same thing when the other person got down and dirty. You look just like them now. That's exactly what I told your brother. I said, when you do what they do, you've been so pure this whole time. Never dox nobody. You were so pure. Nobody, everybody, but what made people like you so much and made people respect your brother so much is he never doxed nobody. He never went low like the rest of the other guys, like Joe. He never went low. Never went low. No matter what I did to him, he never went that low. He know, but when he chose to go that low and he chose to dox and do that, he just became just like all of us. You're better than these people when you don't do the things that they're doing. When you don't do the things that I've done. If you've done the things I've done, you're not a good person. Because I don't think I'm a good person. I've done shitty things and I don't like it, but I still did those things. And even if I can sit here and preach and say I'm trying to change, I'm still a shitty person because I still done those things. Those things don't go away. The only thing is that when when you're someone like Nikki or someone like me, those shitty things you've done are highlighted more. They actually got a highlighted marker and highlight it so everybody won't forget. But every shitty thing you've done, it's an excuse for it. There's always an excuse for doing these things. You didn't think that we had excuses for doing what we did, but our excuses are excuses, and those are considered an excuse. Your excuses are uh no, let me flip that. Your excuse is a good reason. Ours are just us crying and bitching and complaining. We'll never be in the same level because in this crowd that we have, this crowd made their decision on who is the good person, who is what it is. And we are forever fucked because of that. That's why no matter what I do, I could meet Jesus Christ and he could tell everybody that, oh, he's a good person. He has a heart, righteous heart. They'll matter. Even if Jesus pointed it out, don't matter. It's their decision to choose. They're not going to follow. They weren't even following in the beginning. If they were following a righteous path, they wouldn't be doing a lot of fucked up shit they've been doing. So if they weren't even following a righteous path, then what matters what Jesus has to say about it, even if he himself said it. It don't matter. They already made their decision on who is that person. So nobody like me, nobody like Al, Billy, none of us can win. And we'll never win. And I tried to say this several times. We just have to accept it. There's nothing we could do good in this world anymore. They already made their mind up. So everything we do that's bad is gonna be fucking highlighted. Everything that they do that's bad is never gonna be highlighted. It's gonna be forgiven under the rug. Everybody's so good and no. When you do the same shit we do, you're not good. Let's not get it twisted, though. Some people hope. A lot of people like to act like I was the only one that hoped for somebody to die over alcohol poisoning. They said that when I had that in my mind to do that to that man and get him alcohol poisoning, they said, "Oh, that's evil. That's not right. You're fucked up for that." Was I the only one that had that in their head? No, but I was brought to the light because I am who I am. Others don't get brought to the light. They get ushered the other way. So that way they're like, no, no, we gotta wash our hands. Let him take the fall. Let him be the bad guy. How am I the bad guy when it wasn't my idea? I'm always gonna be the fall guy. What do they call that guy? The one that the fall what do they call it? It's fucked up because I'm also dissing myself. When Jennifer when JFK when they assassinated him, right? They had this guy, Walswell. Walswell. They said that he was the one. I'm not saying his name right, but he was the one that killed the president, right? What do they call him? Is it Apache or I forgot what they call it. But they basically that's what I am to all the actual really bad guys in this community. Nikki is too. You guys think Nikki's a bad person, but Nikki's role is to be that way. She just fucking stupid. Like, she'll fulfill the shoes. She'll fulfill what you want. But most of it's a troll. It's like, but it doesn't matter. It's like you guys are the ones that are listening. You guys are just supposed to be saying, "Yeah, you're right." This is the thing I was saying. Or tell me what that word is. That's why I say that whole white shit, Mexican shit. I say it because if you only knew how they think, and if you only knew it, no matter how you want to twist it, back in those days, those people really believed that they were better. The difference between them and these ones here is those ones were racist. They were racist up in front about it. Wetback, negrito, whatever. They say that shit out there loud and proud. It doesn't make them different because ones say it within their comfort of their own home, or they say it in writing, but they don't say it loud enough. They're all the same. What is it, or are you just playing the role? Then you're just like Nikki playing the role. You may not be racist, but you guys definitely have some racist tendencies. But you guys just, not all you guys, but enough you guys. Have you guys noticed that everywhere I go, Gina is like a little shark, a little baby shark. She literally will like I have a bloody nose or something because she knows she looks for me. Fucking broad. That broad wishes she would suck my dick 24/7. Just be in the car right here, just sucking the whole time. That's how bad she fucking looks for me, dude. It's like this, just like she wishes. And it's like I sit there and I'm like, dude, like when are you gonna stop? I gotta go. You want me to piss in your mouth now? Because this is going on like a marathon. Like you just don't stop. And this fucking broad, literally fucking the way she is, just fucking fall like looks for me, man. Fucking bitch sees me on a panel. She come on a panel where there'll be 8 of us on there. She'll sit there and say, "Hey, everybody, what's up? What's up? What's up?" So I have a question for someone. So, cousin, and that's just it's always like that every time she comes on a panel with me, she'll sit there and greet everybody. Once the greeting it calms down, oh, just a minute. I have a question for cousin. I have a question for you. Cry now, smile later. I'm smiling right now. I'm actually fucking high. I'm gonna get ready to leave though, cause I'm getting ready to leave because I gotta go fucking I gotta go get a haircut. I gotta fucking go stop at the store and they don't know that I'm doing this. So normally I take them I can't do that because they fucking it'll go from buying school supplies to oh I need this and that and like no. So I get their backpacks and like I'll have it already ready for them. So I'll get first thing I get like their period things, like from first, second, all the way to seventh periods, their dividers. I get them both their own dividers so they can separate their work and shit. I ask them lead pencil, pencil. Pencil, gotta go get number two pencils and fucking get sharpeners, fucking bullshit ass erasers that they like using. I try to get them everything that they need. So the basic shit first though, like they'll tell me like, oh, I might need this or that, like for like say art classes and shit like that. Then yeah, I go get all that stuff. Um, I'm actually supposed to go to the school Monday, the new schools, because one's supposed to be in high school. She goes to a school where they allow ninth graders to still be there, and that's like your final year. But she was thinking to go to the school close to here, so that way it's a straight high school, and then it'd be literally the same high school I went to. My youngest wants to go to the high school I went to and graduated from. So I said, okay. But I have to go to the school and I actually have to register them. I have to talk to them, say this is what they want to do, and then I register them and get them. Well, I have to see. I don't think they'll let us register yet. I think it's registration is like in the end of the month, or I'm not sure. That's why I have to go there Monday. And then I gotta do that with one school and another school. And then I gotta like see because she wants to play a sport, and I gotta see if she could still join. I think I don't know if it's softball right now, about to start up or something like that. Practice. I have to do all this shit today and tomorrow and fucking Monday. And this is my only day off, so I fucking right now. The only reason why I'm taking time right now is because I'm fucking chilling with you guys. I must be in a Discord right now because a lot of people don't even know about this channel. They know about it. It's the same channel, but it's just the name's changed so nobody really thinks, oh, this is his channel, this is what he's doing. It just takes people time. I should go right now. What I should do is I have some more weed. I should just roll another joint and then leave. I'll probably be back in time anyways. So she's not gonna get out until 2:30 anyways. And I go now 10:30 to 11:30, 11:30, 12:30. Yeah, I still have time. It's 1 o'clock. What time? How long have I been live for? I've been live for an hour and 30 minutes. But Nikki, just wanted to say thank you for being a good sport. I know you heard your name today and me talking a lot of shit, but understand why I talk shit about you. I do it because I see potential in you, and I don't think you see it. And I think you choose to be the way you are because you think there's no hope for you to have any potential of doing anything. But trust me, I've seen people like you working good jobs. You just choose not to because you're used to being taken care of by your family. And Red Z, I'm not hating on you, fool. You just you you just take things too personal. And I'm really just saying this because I don't know, like I think so I can't tell your ass what to do. You don't even listen to you don't listen to nobody. And I don't think either one of you guys listen to anybody. Like I'm wasting my fucking breath. Nikki? Nah, Nikki I make more money than I've ever made. And with 2 jobs, that shit I mean I make oh like sometimes I just need to fucking just start spending money, if anything. I had to eliminate I'm swear to God, I think this is a Discord that so I remember one time I was on a Discord server and they had my live one time and I didn't realize that that's what I was like, oh shit. They had my live like literally in the chat thing going. And you have to go over there and click on it, whatever. But if you didn't click on it, people would they'll all be chatting right there in the fucking Discord. Gina knows not to type over here. She's banned. G- Gina's banned. Glitch is banned. I so I'm gonna say I have to get it off my chest right now. Um so my issue is when I left, I know Nookie's gonna sit there and say no. Stop saying that. When I chose not to type and I chose not to sit and watch live streams as long as I used to, where I would just watch them for a minute and I leave. I just listen, and if I think something was interesting, I just leave. If I thought something was interesting, I listened for a little bit, but I wouldn't stay for the whole time. I would literally be leave. because sometimes I just get it's just always the same shit sometimes where like they argue and I just like thinking it's not a good battle. I'll leave. But I wouldn't type, I wouldn't be seen or heard from. So when I chose to do that, there was certain people that would say things and then I would go look for myself and then I see it. Or there'd be times where I would be lurking and then I see it glitch like every time when Joe or certain people would say things about me in chat or in panels, Glitch would say stupid shit, like just random things, like just so like just dumb shit about me. There's a helicopter above my head or no? Yeah, Glitch. She would just start talking shit, saying some things like about when Joe was saying that I was good, I died and shit. And she said like just random things. Like at first she would say, "Too bad, so sad, good riddance." Um, yeah, he's not a sight like for like just making jokes about like my weight, about just all kinds of different things. But it was just like little just shit talking here and there. I don't even know who this is. Oh, I know who that is. I know who it was. Anyways, they don't even own underwear. So they don't own nothing. Anyways, going back to Glitch, though, she just talk a lot of shit. So then when I started like coming around and like showing myself, like, hey, look at I'm right here in the chat, basically. Glitch at first, I think she did it about 5 times. She would see me, she would say hi to me. I wouldn't say anything back. See me again, say hi to me, what's going on, how are you, and nothing back. I think it came to a point. I could see your comments, Texas. I came to a point where like she did it about 5 times where she said hi to me. And I started to feel bad. And I started to say, and this is where I get mad at myself because I feel bad. I don't I come off like I don't want to feel bad what I'm doing. I'm ignoring her and shit. I don't want to feel bad. I want to say fuck you, like, But the me, like how I am, the me how I am, I I start to feel bad. Like I don't know. Like I can't explain it. I just it's always been a curse. It's a fucked up curse that I have. But I felt bad for even Joe. I felt bad for people that I didn't even like. I would feel bad. I think one time I felt bad about Camel Toes when me and Camel Toes went in when we were talking shit to each other. And I said some shit about his daughters because he has stepdaughters that are black. And I told Camel Toes, you need to go get some bleach and put them bleach on your kids. And I told them that because they don't look like you. And people looked at it like, oh, that's fucked up. You telling me to put black people, whatever. I seen his face expression when he said that, when I said what I said to him. I saw his face expression and it bothered me after the fact. And I started thinking about it and I said, damn, I shouldn't have said that. And I started thinking about, oh, I remember the times when me and him were cool. And I started thinking like me and him kicking it on panel and we're talking. And Camel Toes, I could talk to Camel Toes for a long time because back in those days, Camel Toes was a talker and I'm a talker. So I sit there and I start talking to him. And I start remembering all these conversations and I'm like, man, like I hate the fact that I'm arguing with this fool right now. But at the same time, Camel Toes, what he was doing was he was trying to he does this thing like the Joe would do right away. He do these things. Um, how can I explain it? He would do these things where like, yeah, I'm gonna be cool with you and everything's good, and then time will pass and you'll think you're really cool with this guy and shit. And then when it's time to say, okay, you got to start battling. You got to start we can't be here to like back you up. because before I didn't have to fight for myself. When the first year, when I first came here for the first like 6, 7 months, these fuckers would just always be there like a bodyguard. Like, hey, fuck that. And then I would just sit there and I would just, yeah, good job. Camel's was fucking them up. All right. But then they were like, okay, now it's your time to fucking start defending yourself and coming at like so they would set me up with real shit sometimes or they'll real shit at the time when I would battle him. I didn't know how to go about talking shit to him because I barely started to know him. And like his mom and all that shit, I felt bad for those things. I didn't want to say anything because he technically at the time the motherfucker was I considered him cool. We were cool and shit. And so then fucking real shit out of nowhere just started fucking, attacking me and shit. And coming at me about stuff about like my past and shit because he would read my Facebook stories from back in those days or like my wall shit. But anyways, Kamatos came at me and like I remember telling him something about like some shit about in the past and he used something to where he got me comfortable to talk about it. And I forgot that I was on the internet. I thought I was having a one-on-one conversation with this fool. So that motherfucker turned around and used it against me and shit. First time if somebody's ever done that to me. And then I started fucking talking shit. I didn't know how to come at him. So he would always get the better of me. Always get the better of me. And it would fucking piss me off. But I would just remember all those times of like being cool and shit. And I'd be like, man, what the fuck? I was like, so I would feel bad, but and I'd always that's when I would fuck up because I'd feel bad and they never felt bad. So now what I do if I feel bad, like with the whole glitch situation, I tell myself, why do I have to feel bad? It's like, fuck this bitch, dude. Like this bitch, literally, the shit she be saying, it's coming off like it just comes off like she's just a fucking like never like I don't know, like just looks at me like I'm scum of the earth. Looks at me like that's one person that I can actually say that hates like Mexican people for sure. It's like this bitch literally look at me like what are you doing in my country type of shit. She look at me like I don't belong here. She's the one when I say all this racist shit too, it's about her. Because she's the one that makes it seem like if you ain't white, it ain't bright, it ain't right. She's the one that makes it seem like that. It makes people feel uncomfortable. So then it's like I just look at it like pure hate. So I just had to remind myself how that shit made me feel. I'm like, nah, man. So I fucking just like, nah, Glitch, you can go fuck yourself. Like, and because I won't let bygones be bygones or I won't forgive. She's like, well, okay, then I'm gonna talk shit about you every chance I get because I need you to forgive me. I'm like, man, fuck you. You can go tell Jesus Christ to forgive you for being a fucking whore first, and then ask him to forgive you for being a racist bitch too. And then with Gina is just trying to get dick, and she's just that's just when it comes down to it. Like she's mad at the world, because she looks like Queenie, and I would never touch her. That's just really when it comes down to. Oh, Texas left. I don't know. I'm trying to read. Oh, she's saying if I had something to say to her. I said, you know what's crazy is that this is a live stream. And in this live stream, you can go backwards, go forward, stop it. You can laugh at it, whatever. But this motherfucker is not the type of motherfucker that's gonna sit here and give you a whole repeat. You can have the decision. I literally went through a whole thing saying what I had to say. And then you come always at the last minute, which never at the last minute. You probably were already here for the whole show. Um, you got your season pass, and I know you're always here. So the thing is, like, it's not like I said, you can't be mad at somebody for having a peace of mind. Somebody that has an opinion about situations. You know what I mean? I tried to act like nothing happened, and I was calling you one time about a deal. I was calling you about not a deal that I made with somebody on here. I got a promotion, not a promotion. No, I got fucking my phone. Like the phone I had before this phone, I fucking couldn't charge it properly. It was all fucked up. And I fucking tried to see if I can get it fixed or see if I can get an upgrade. I wanted to know the cost. The dude said, "Hey, check this shit out, fool. We're with Metro PCS right here, and Metro PCS is a little sister to we're the fucking T-Mobile. We're with T-Mobile. We use their satellites, but we're the sister. So that's why your phone, blah blah blah." Anyways, the motherfucker tells me, he says, I can get an iPhone 17 or I can get a Samsung Galaxy S26. I said the iPhones are for girls and Samsungs are better. So I went with the Samsung. Anyways, before I went with any of these deals, I had said to myself, last time I spoke to this girl, the last time I spoke to this girl, I was upset with her because of what happened on that stream. And I said, that's cool. And I I don't know. I had Pacific told any one of you guys if I'm ever on a panel and I fucking look like I'm about to fucking cross over the border, that you kick me out of the panel so that way I don't make a fool out of myself. And at the same time, at least stick up for a motherfucker when you know the truth. I was mad, but I got over it because at the same I had to tell myself, well, it's not her job to tell you to stop or kick you out. It's not her place to fucking stick up for you. You always think you can handle fighting all these people at once. Well, maybe she thought you can handle it. Yeah, but the problem is all these motherfuckers just for the whole day literally talked a gang of shit about me and said all kinds of stupid shit. It's like literally like they literally I was on a channel that has rules and the rules were not applied. They literally crossed over the rules throughout the rules, stepped all over the rules. It Burns basically allowed that to happen, and I was like, okay, I got over it though. So I made a phone call and I said, let me try to talk to her about this deal. And I figured either she's not answering or she's upset or she thinks that I'm upset about the situation and she feels like I shouldn't be. And because of that, fuck that fool. So I looked at it like that. And then I said, okay, I'm just gonna go and just fucking have a little subliminal party and fucking just see if I can fish out some shit. But it didn't work for some reason. Instead, I just said, I don't know. So then I just gave up. Now, all I'm doing now is just comparing an apple to an apple. Both are the same apple, both have the same poison. The only thing difference is somebody allowed somebody to bite out of her apple and got to see for our eyes how dirty that apple was. Just because we got to see how dirty this apple was doesn't necessarily mean that this apple ain't is just as dirty as the other apple. That's all I was trying to explain. And if I recall, if you did go back to the point is that you, I said that I hope that you don't take this as a fucking personal attack. Like if I'm just fucking Japan invading and this is Red War Z or something like that. Like are we just all of a sudden just invade? I'm just invading on just attacking. That's not how it works. Anyways, it wasn't meant to be personal. If people look at it as talking shit and it reached you, then it must have been some hurtful information. I wasn't trying to hurt anybody's feelings, but I was just simply just speaking as if let's have a thesis and let's make it a factor. Let's make it true to see if this shit is real. What would make you what would make you um righteous, what would make you very righteous is if you didn't use what you're using for self. I don't know. I'm too high to continue. I was gonna say, like, basically, don't let these people make you into, I don't know. You should always feel highly of yourself, but never in the fucking way where you need these people to make you feel highly about yourself. If you feel highly about yourself because of these people, that's a fucking problem. You know what I mean? That makes me think that you never ever felt highly of yourself. And now if I were to let's use a different example so this doesn't come off personal. But what I'm saying is, let's say if Nikki, if we used her, right? Let's just use her for the example. If Nikki wasn't the way she was and she was like you, where she did everything you did and she's like you switch places, do you think they would have still be the same? The way that the crowd chooses who's the bad person, who's not. Everybody does bad. Everybody has done bad when it comes to being on here and how we handle ourselves. But nobody's there's like you can't like people judge based off of just I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like this is a conversation or a situation that I want to have and do, but I don't like to do it when I'm sober because when I'm sober, I look at it like, what's the point? God, Jesus Himself could sit you down, both of you, and sit here and tell you guys that these people, sit here and explain this to you and tell you what I'm telling you and saying that you don't need these people to make yourself feel great. You should feel great already. And if you didn't, then I could understand. Let's say if Nikki was her, you would point out relationships, you would point out being always put second, being always feeling like you have to work harder than the others, and feeling like you have to live up to older siblings' shoes, or feeling like you're being compared, feeling like, and then you would maybe lie to yourself like Nikki thinks, like she has siblings. She could lie to herself and say, well, maybe my parents do think of me as the favorite. They do like me more than them because I'm the oldest. And rather than thinking, what, no, well, yeah, maybe. But then you sit there and say, well, they've accomplished more than you did. So you can't sit there and say that you're the favorite now. You were probably at one point, and because your brothers and sisters accomplished way more than you, and and you've had to work twice as hard just to compete. But the problem with her is she's not willing to compete. She's willing to just say fuck it and just sit on the bench and just collect. And that's the thing. It would make no difference. You can't compare certain things together because it's not fair, but you can say that when you do compare the the evilness, because righteous people don't get down and dirty with the dirt. They don't get down and dirty. Righteous people though. And I'm not saying you have to be perfect, but I'm just saying that it would have made you were already better. You were already better way before all this. And you could have just been you could have stood that way. And the moment, like I said, the moment you chose to get down and dirty, you can't sit there and act like you're you're not you're a good person. You can't sit there. You may I said it earlier. I'll sit there and say, no, I can never sit there and say she's a bad mom. She's a good mom. You can't sit there and take that away from you. You can't sit there and say that you're this and that. But I can sit here and say, out of all the things you've done, it doesn't make your excuse better than ours. It doesn't make it less better than ours. It's, you have a reason to do what you do, but you still did those things. Like you could have been better and you chose to be worse. Mm, Once you become us, you're never gonna be righteous ever because of that. Like I said, the only difference is that people highlight our disasters, our shit that we do, and they don't highlight yours. And that's what makes you look better because people don't remember. Only ones that remember are the ones that are getting shit on the most. I don't think she's better than you. I think I think that she has a fair chance to be if she was, if she wanted, if she could get good at. You can't sit there and say she don't have a fair chance. You can't sit there and say she can't have your life. It's possible either way, but you can't sit there and say she can't. Anybody could have that life. It's just if you want it. And if you already have it, you should never think somebody like that is can reach your attention. But if they can reach your attention, then maybe you don't have it all. Maybe you don't have it all like you say you do. Because true happiness means you have it all and there's no worries. There's nobody that can tell you that, anything. Nobody can reach you. True happiness is when you're so high up on a high that nobody can reach you and how you feel. You work, you work so hard to do the things you do, but all those things you had to do to work so hard for came with a price. Came with dealing with people looking at you wrong, looking at you like, oh, she can't do this, she can't do that, she can't lose the weight, she's too big, and you had to deal with that for years. You had to deal with people looking at you, parents not looking at you the way they look at your other siblings. You had to deal with that because deep down you kept that to yourself. You never told anybody how you truly felt. But the ones that been there, the ones that can show sympathy and empathy, they know. That's why when I speak truth, that's why I speak because I lived it. I know how that shit feels. To sit there and have somebody tell you that your life doesn't matter as much as your cousin's life because you have issues and they don't, and they're smarter, you're not. But look at their life. They don't even have their own life. They live under their parents' thumb. I don't. Hold on. I forgot about him. I forgot. P Chatter, I'm sorry. But I should be paying attention to the chat, but when I do, I get lost even further. But we will not have any Redzy Mac fucking no team Redzy Mac. Redzy Mac is welcome to be here because that's different. I like to believe that I'm cool with her. I don't think we would ever be like real life friends, but like to believe I'm cool with her. But she could be here. But her fucking entourage, her fucking fan club, no bueno, no. There will be no Redzy Mac fan club. The only fan club that would be welcome here is none. I don't even want a fan club myself. Cortez, no. Cortez were cool and shit, but no fan club. Nasdar were no fan club. None of that. I don't want a fan club here. There's no fan clubs. No Redzy Max. No fashions of Redzy Max. Fucking lover boys. Can't do right. Can't do wrong. Fucking always do no. Let me go back. She can do right only. But the thing is these people look at her like she's some fucking god. Like she grants wishes or she could turn thing into gold. She's like she got the fucking like she has the fucking what's that motherfucker called again? She has the sorcerer's stone. She has it. So everything turns into gold that she touches. Look at that guy. He's a weirdo. E Prime. That dude literally would actually get Redzy Mac fucking boy on his back, just like Nesdar. That fool is really obsessed with fucking Redzy Mac. These are the type of guys that would dye their hair fucking red just to fucking be similar to her. No fan clubs. Peach Adder, the reason why I blocked you though is because I promised you when I was in Burns' room that if I ever choose to go live and run my mouth, that if you ever decided to Peach Adder your way over here, that I would Peach Adder you the way back. I ban motherfuckers over here. If listen, the way I look at it, you enter this chat room, you enter this place, you just like kindergarten. We learned this in kindergarten, you guys. But just like in kindergarten, you are yourself. You worry about yourself. You represent yourself. You are not. You don't ever make somebody greater than you. You come over here. You are an individual. You are to yourself. You back yourself up, and there will be no favoritism. There will be none of that. This is a place where I want you to be yourself and represent yourself. Redzy Mac is a big girl. She's 30 fucking 6 years old. She can 35, 36. She can handle herself. She don't need you guys. She shouldn't. If she needs you guys, then that would go against everything that supposedly that she's accomplished here on the internet when it comes to this shit talking. Because if she needed you guys for all of this, then I questioned her. But I hope she didn't need all you guys told her to do all these things. I'm already all right. I'll do it after. I have to leave. I should have already left already. It's not a bad time. How long have I been live for? 2 hours. I'm not like I said, I just want to make this clear. I'm not talking shit about this girl. I'm just making a let me see if I can say it right. I know I can say it right. See? Ob Observation. Am I saying it right? Obocineration. Obligation, navigation, stupid song is clicking in my brain. Observation. I know I'm not saying it right. I know that. I have you motherfuckers like fucking like the little magic wands like Harry Potter, like getting ready to correct me any chance. Shh. Fucking weirdo. The one thing I could say about that fucking kid Redzi Mac though is she don't correct me. That's the one thing that I like about her. She does not correct me when I talk. Only you fucking faggots do that shit. This shit's starting to get. I'm tired. See, this is why I don't like going live. When I go live is like when I have my bottle of whiskey. Every time I go live, I just can't help myself to come on here and speak. I was like, I'm high. And it's like, oh, look at this motherfucker's drunk. So he's gonna start speaking how he feels. The ones that get lucky enough to be here to listen are the Lydia's even listening to this shit. I know who's listening. I ain't gonna lie. There's motherfuckers that to this day that hate my guts, they're fucking listening. But they only listen because I think if you know me enough to know how I entertain or how I am, then you know that a lot of the shit I do is for the fun. And it's just to make people laugh. People laugh. But I really did ban P Cheddar just because I promised him that I would do it. The little punk constantly always saying, so he'll say something to me later. Yo, why you ban me for? Why you ban me for? I banned you because you're a fucking Redzi Mac fucking culero. That's why I banned you. You love Redzi Mac so much. Fucking that girl, she fucking poor Nikki. That's so fucking so funny. All right. I really do gotta go. I don't know why I haven't fucking left. I should stop at the liquor store right here first. Give me some water and fucking no. Yeah, if I stop now. What if I can get from no, he won't even get mine. Just get money there. Might as well get the money right here. Fucking see if he'll give me just fucking $40 probably. I have to get 40 out of that motherfucker. Pay this motherfucker. The haircut's 25. I give them 15. And then I gotta go get my fucking eyebrows taken care of too, because they're starting to get, you know, they're okay, but they could be better. And then fucking I gotta do that, go to the fucking store, grab some school supply stuff, and then I come back here. I'm pretty sure I'll be hot during the whole time I'm out there, so I'll probably sweat a lot and then I'll come back, take a shower, fucking get ready, and then I gotta go help my kid mom, fucking take care of some stuff. I'm gonna be doing that for about an hour and a half probably. And it's gonna suck because it'll be hot during that whole fucking time. I just deal with it. Just fucking drink water all day. I gotta go to work tomorrow. Spooky, don't think I didn't forget about you too. You were there too. What happened on Burns stream ain't gonna happen again. I'm gonna make sure of that. But I think that you and that girl, you guys could have done a lot better. I know that I should just let it go, but the fact that listen, this is the internet. Your supposed good old friend over there, Poon Handler. Poon Handler said a lot of fucked up shit on here, just as bad as me. And you guys, in deep down in your heart, I remember one time you said this. I swear to God, I heard you say this on a panel. You said that no matter what Poon said, you always knew that he never meant it. You knew he never meant those things. You said it. I heard it from your own mouth. Say, no matter what he said, I knew like the nasty shit. I knew he didn't mean it. I knew that he was only doing it because he was just playing dirty as much as they played dirty with him. And you guys still remain friends. You guys still talk to each other. And you were still kicking it with him, still friends with him, no matter what. We were all there when, like, everybody has done stupid shit on here, and people want to single certain people out. And it's like, let me tell you something. I'm far from what that shit is. I said what I said. It wasn't right. In my head, I was just trying to get under his skin and fucking hurt him the way he was trying to hurt me. I didn't know how to go about it. I went about it the wrong way. Like when I'm mad, I just don't think. I just do, and I want to hurt. I want to fuck the motherfucker up, and I can't do it. So I'm fucking trying to hurt him in the best way I could think of, and at that time, I just not thinking correctly. So, but for you to sit there and actually like, oh I could prove that I have full custody of my kids, and I could prove it by just easily getting the paperwork, taking a picture of it, and sending it to you guys. And you will see that paperwork and you will read it and you will say, oh, he does have full custody of his kids. But you will never stick up for me and say, oh, yeah, you're wrong, Joe. You're wrong. He does have full custody of his kids. The ones that know, they know because I've literally posted this shit when going to court after court after court after every fucking time I had to go to court. I always talked about it. Every time I went live, talked about it. Told everybody what's going on. I showed people behind the scenes what was going on. Everybody's seen what they know. And like I've had people read out some shit. They knew that, all kinds of things. And to just sit there and not say nothing, and to sit there and also, oh yeah, you're wrong, you're a all kinds of stupid shit. You're going along with it. That, like, I sit there in my mind, everything going on, the one thing that crosses my mind are the people that and then you made me, hold on. And then you made me out to look like some bitch. So I'm 36 years old, 37, gonna be pretty soon, right? How I speak is the same, like kind of like old school, whatever. I don't know, maybe you could call it old school, or maybe you could but you made me look like a bitch because I'm sitting there and I'm saying, dude, I literally would text you and you would sit there and say text. Like if it was like, like literally trying to, and once I saw that, I just didn't even ignore it. Oh, I never texted. It's like, it's not about texting somebody's phone. If I get an alert to my phone, like a fucking text message, and it's from Instagram, I'm referring, oh, you're texting me on Discord. Yeah, it's Discord, but this is considered a private conversation that we're having technically, because nobody can read our Discord messages. So it's the same thing like a text message. If I text somebody, nobody's going to be able to read those messages unless they screenshot it and show it to people. But I never said anything sexual was going on. I never sit there and lied about anything. But the way you said it was like,
oh, you're trying to sit here and act like me and you were having something going on, and you trying to use me. I'm like, and I'm gonna put a stop to that right now and say, no, I never text you. Like if I like just to make put me out, like if I'm some punk ass bitch or something. And when I looked at it like that, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna ignore this. I'm not gonna take it any further because it's just gonna make me mad, and I don't want to be mad about this situation right now because I'm already mad about this situation. So I looked at it like that and I said, dude, I'm not sitting there saying that I have your number and that we text like that. I was just saying that I had written you on messages on a Discord, and which is a message, kind of like a messenger, like how Facebook is. And that's what I was really referring to. Not that you gave me your number and I texted you from my cell phone. Wasn't even speaking about that. I was just talking about the Discord. But when you said it the way you said it, it came off like very disrespectful. This is like almost the same thing that Red Z Mac like did to me. It's like she turned something so small, so innocent, and she made it look like if I was like sitting there acting like it was Halloween and I went out begging for candy and then she took my bag of candy and I'm trying to get it back from her and she's like saying making it seem so worse and like everything I would do just to get like no, what the fuck are you talking about? Like it make when you guys do that to me, where you make me look like a punk ass bitch, like just sitting here being desperate and trying to get at a girl and shit. It comes off like, wait a minute, that's not how it went down. But unfortunately, I have a reputation and people don't like me, so my voice will never be heard, and that's cool. But it's just I moved on from those things because I'm not gonna sit here and be played out like a fool, like and continue being played out like that. So it's not gonna. I just won't do that. So I left a lot of those things alone and just moved on from it. But the point is that you basically try to do the same thing to me when all I was doing was just any conversation I had with you, which it was in Discord, was basically genuine and just straight between it was between me and you only. Nobody was even involved. I don't think anybody could see your messages that I'm aware of, but that was nothing sexual. It was just about what I was doing at like with the situation when I was like if I left or if I was in jail or whatever. So I was just explaining stuff like that. But I've never like sat there and say, hey, I would like to speak to you. I think I want to see what's up with you. I think you're like I want to see if you want to meet. I never did none of those things. And when it came off like that, it came off all fucked up. So that's why I got mad. Yeah, but I wasn't gonna say anything. I just said like it doesn't matter. Like what why would I like I don't understand. That's the thing I don't understand is like why would that matter? Like I don't know what gives you the idea that even if I had your number or not, that it was going to be for anything just more than the way that I text you and Discord would have been the same way that I would have texted you in whether it was your cell phone or not. That's just me. You ask anybody that has my number, you ask Red Z or anything like that, and she'll tell you I don't bug her. I don't sit there and have any romantic talks with her through text at all and I never sit there and talk about myself and like in a sexual way to her. I never asked her about anything sexual about her. It's always been about stuff like this or just stuff I'm doing or what she's doing, but never ever has it been sexual. And then she said different. She's lying, but I'm promise you she's not gonna sit there and tell you that, oh yeah, cousin just bugs me. I'm not Joe where I will call you 14 times in a row. Like I'm not you ask anybody, even certain people that will probably won't say nothing anymore if you look at the call log, they've always called me. I never called them. And it's not because I didn't want to call them. It's just I already know they're gonna call me. But the ones that text, they text, but I don't bug people. Unless I have something to say and I want to talk to you about the situation, then yeah, I'll call you. I will call you and I will talk to you about the situation. But I will never bug a person. I will never do that. The girls, the ones that I've ever talked to in any way when it came to sexual, those are the ones and those are the only ones. And like, that's just what it is. You can ask Betty too. I talk to Betty probably more than most people, but if you ask her, I don't flirt with her. I don't talk to her sexually at all. You can ask, I swear to God, you can ask a lot of people. You won't find a person on the internet that gave me their number or gave me something to communicate with them offline and then them tell the world, hey, check this out. This fool was trying to get at me every chance he got, being a pervert to me. He sent me a picture of his out of nowhere, and I never asked for that. People now, there has been a couple that would say that, like they would say that, but then when messages would start to show where, hey, you know, like I said, and not only that, if you're ashamed of being my friend, then we have no business being friends. That's just how I look at it. I made it easy for you, spooky girl. When that shit went down, I just didn't bother to keep up with the messages anymore. I kind of just discontinued them because I just felt like, hey man, if that's how you truly feel, then why are we communicating? There's no point of me telling you what's going on with my life if you don't care enough. And that's how you truly feel, then that's just what it is. There's no sad feelings about it. We just move on and leave it like that. I That's the reason why I told Glitch, keep it real. If you don't like me, that's fine. I'd rather you be the way you are now than you be the way you are now, but keep it in secret. Fuck secrets. Fucking tell me how you really feel. And if you can't do that, I'll find out. I'll find out how you really feel. And that's just what it is. Hold on, I forgot he came back. If you don't know the story behind the things that I do, then you'll never know. I do things, and at those times that I do things, I do it for a reason. I'm not going to get into that because I made a promise that I wouldn't. That's why you'll never hear me talk about certain people because I just won't do that. We have a mutual understanding to where that's just what it is. We are aware of each other's presence, but we just aren't coexisting. We're not getting involved. And that's just what it is. I'm leaving it like that and I'm going forward with my shit. I don't have time to play games with people anymore. I'm not here to fuck with, that's just what it is. You can use my past against me. That's fine. But at the same time, you got nothing on what the future comes. You know what I mean? I do what I need to do from here on out, and however this shit plays out for me is how it ends up. You Like I said, you could be stuck in the past and you can hold a grudge, and I'm letting go of all my shit. I'm letting go of a lot of the grudges I have. Why would I want to hold on to grudges? Why would I want to hold on to people that shouldn't matter to me? It's just I just the only thing that should matter to me is my kids and what they're up to and what they think and how they feel about things. and just everything to do with my kids, and that's number one. And then when it comes to everything else, that there's some loyal friends that I care about, and some family members, and that's about it. I can't sit here and like try to please the people that are trying to be my friend or people that are fake being my friends. Like fuck that. I don't need a fake friend. I don't need somebody to tell me hi in chats. I don't need any of that shit. That's why I made it easy for people like Glitch to be themselves around me. That's why I make it easy for them. I'm just gonna treat you the way really want to treat me, and that's why I do these things. Glitch has always been a hater of mine ever since she's met me. Ever since the day she saw, I think the day I met her when her and Mads and Moon Boots were hanging out, she had said something that she's been watching us, and she brought out some people that she said she will never watch, and they're just a waste of time. And she said a few names, and my name was one of them. And then all of a sudden, she started showing up to where I'm at, and she could have been forgotten 100%. But Matt Main, ended up hooking up with her and shit, and that shit went south and left, and now maybe it's at a comfortable situation for them now, but then it's just like now she's like here, and she's like somebody that is people mention nowadays, meeting Fox and all that stuff. But she's all like she's never been a supporter of mine, and I knew that. I've always known that because she's never been a supporter of mine. She's always been a hater. And when all of a sudden when I'm over here doing stuff, it's like, oh, let me give him a chance. Like fuck you. If you weren't, I look at it like this: if you weren't supporting me and were with me during my hard times and my struggles and all this stuff and everything, if you didn't stand by me during all of that, I'm not thinking of you. Because like I said, today's today. A year from now, years from now, things are gonna progress. Things are gonna get better. Things are not gonna stay the same. My mind is already made up to where I just want to keep going. You don't know, and a lot of people don't know what I'm doing in my life. I have this car now, but this is a starter. This is me trying to just rebuild my shit. And now, 5 years from now, you don't know how it's gonna be. Most of you won't even be around during that time. It only can get better. It doesn't get worse. I don't have any plans on making it worse. But that's just my decision. That's what I'm doing. You guys, you guys could be here and be cool and be cool, whatever. That's great. But if you guys want to be haters and just sit there and constantly hate on everything I do, then it's like, yeah, like I see the mom trying to like be cool and shit, but it's just I saw what I saw, and I looked at it like, in that situation, I look at it. I know how you truly feel, and no matter what you do to cover it up, it's always going to be in my mind knowing that's how you truly feel. So because of that, there's really nothing like I'm not trying to make up with anybody. Like whatever happened happened. You took advantage of somebody that was weak at a time, and that's just not going to work. And people don't even know what I mean by that either. It's time to get the show on the road. I've been on here for longer than I thought I would be. What's fucking crazy is Al's ass hasn't even showed up. Maybe he's listening. I'm gonna have to see what's up though. I have to go handle some shit today. Maybe if somebody's live later, I'll probably come through. If not, I'm probably gonna just crash out. All right. All right, I gotta get the show on the road, you guys.